Imagine a young university student named Fatima. She lives in a city far from her family's small village. After her classes, she scrolls and taps on her phone. She calls her parents. She shares her life online. She posts pictures of her art. She writes about the books she is reading. She shares news about events on campus. Social media is her diary. It's her classroom. It's her connection to a community that understands her dreams. She finds her voice and realizes she is not alone. Her phone is a small window to a very big world. One afternoon, she reads an article about a lack of clean drinking water near campus. She shares the article and types, "Every citizen deserves clean water. Why is this still a problem? We must ask our leaders to do more." Friends share the post. Their friends share it. A ripple of awareness spreads. This is the power you hold in your hands. The power to speak up. The power to share. The power to connect. The power to call for change. But then Fatima wakes to find her post removed. A notification says her content violated a new national rule. She feels a chill of fear and confusion. Was it wrong to ask for clean water? Was it wrong to question those in power? The digital space that felt open now feels like a room with closing walls. Her window to the world has been covered with a curtain of silence. So, what exactly is this new social media bill that is causing so much concern? Think of it as a new set of very strict rules for the internet in Pakistan. The official name for these rules is often something long and complicated, like removal and blocking of unlawful online content, procedure, oversight, and safeguards, rules. But we can break it down into simpler ideas. The law gives a government authority the power to decide what can and cannot be said on social media platforms like Facebook X, formerly Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. It's like a principle for the entire country's internet. The law requires companies to follow orders from the Pakistan Telecommunication Authority, or PTA, very quickly. If the PTA decides content is unlawful, it can order takedowns within a few hours. The content could be anything the government considers to be against the glory of Islam, the integrity of Pakistan, the security of Pakistan, the defense of Pakistan public order, decency. These terms are very broad and open to interpretation, which worries people who use these platforms daily for work-school communication. The law also requires large social platforms to have a physical office and a local representative in Pakistan. That makes it easier to hold them accountable and impose large fines. Fines can be up to 500 million Pakistani rupees, a huge sum. This puts immense pressure on tech companies. They face a hard choice: follow government orders, potentially censoring speech, or risk being blocked in a country with millions of users. In short, the bill makes the government the ultimate editor of Pakistan's online conversation. It gives officials power to quickly silence voices and remove content without a lengthy court process. The internet shifts from an open forum to a more controlled, monitored space. The government of Pakistan provides several reasons for why it believes these strict new rules are necessary for the country. One of the main arguments is the need to fight against what it calls fake news and disinformation. False stories and harmful rumors can spread quickly, creating confusion, panic, and sometimes even violence. They argue the law protects citizens from dangerous propaganda and ensures accurate information in crises. Another major reason is national security. They say hostile groups use the internet to plan attacks, recruit new members, and spread hateful ideologies. Quick removals can better protect the country and its people. They say safety must come first, with strong control over digital spaces across the country and beyond our borders. They also cite protecting religious values and shielding children, and note other nations regulate big tech too. The introduction of this social media law has created a deep divide in opinions across Pakistan. On one side, many citizens and groups support the government's position. They say the internet is wild and unregulated. Harm can happen without consequences. Online harassment, hateful speech against minorities, circulation of fake news, sometimes leading to violence. For supporters, the law brings order and safety for families and children. Freedom should not be absolute. With freedom comes responsibility. The law holds people accountable for spreading lies and inciting hatred. Some religious and conservative voices see it as defending Pakistan's Islamic values and identity. On the other side, human rights activists, journalists, digital rights organizations, and many young people. They fear the law will crush dissent and silence critics. Vague terms can be misused to target opponents, reporters, and ordinary citizens. They warn it will harm the economy and digital sector. Entrepreneurs and freelancers rely on an open internet. If platforms leave, Pakistan could be digitally isolated. costing jobs and opportunity. Opponents call for digital literacy and critical thinking instead of censorship. The concerns about this law are not just theoretical, they are based on real events that have already happened in Pakistan. For years, activists and journalists have faced pressure for their online activities, especially on sensitive topics. Many have had accounts suspended or been targeted with coordinated harassment. Critics say this law formalizes and accelerates censorship, making the threat more real and immediate. We have also seen temporary shutdowns of platforms during unrest, X, Facebook, lasting hours or days. A seller of handmade crafts can lose all income when access vanishes. A student relying on a tutorial falls behind. Restrictions hit daily life, education, and commerce, not just politics. Consider the Pashtun Tahaffuz movement. Organizers relied on social media when mainstream outlets were silent. Their posts were often blocked. The new law could erase grassroots narratives, making justice harder to seek. When the state decides what is lawful without independent oversight, dissenting voices can be silenced. If this law remains in place and is fully enforced, the digital landscape could change dramatically. We might see a significant increase in self-censorship. Knowing posts are monitored, people may become more cautious about what they say online. They might avoid politics, human rights, or any controversial topic. Public discourse becomes less vibrant and less honest. Another outcome, a digital exodus of major tech companies. Heavy fines and legal risks could cause platforms to limit services or leave. Millions could lose essential tools for communication, business, and global information, deepening a digital divide. Innovation slows, investment wanes, creators and startups struggle to compete. Yet people find ways. Privacy tools, decentralized platforms, and legal challenges. The human spirit seeks connection and expression. It will not be easily extinguished. Hope adapts. Voices endure. In the face of these challenges, it is easy to feel discouraged. It can feel like the walls are closing in and our voices are growing quieter. But that is not the story of my life, and it does not have to be the story of our future. Hope is not passive. It is an active choice. Choose to remain engaged, to stay informed, to believe in the power of our collective voice. The future of free speech in Pakistan is not yet written. It will be shaped by what you do today. This fight is universal. People everywhere are balancing safety and freedom online. One voice starts a conversation. Many voices create real and lasting change. Educate yourself and others. Support journalists and human rights defenders. Use your platforms to share stories that matter and advocate for an open, inclusive web. Every post, every share, every conversation strengthens our democracy. What does freedom of speech mean to you? How do we keep spaces safe and free? What world do you want, and what role will you play?